Must be hard.
Salute.
Salute. Parli italiano?
Oh. Sì. Pronto. Va bene. Prego.
Very good.
He teach me that.
Yeah, you're a good teacher.
Non c'ero ragazzi.
This will go on the interview.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vocats? Non c'ero vocats.
Non sono un po' cazzo.
Okay.
Okay. Let's start talking about the new LP.
Mm-hmm.
Where does the name Return of the Crystal Karma come?
It means the return of the child. It means return of the happy, pure, clear person.
Mm.
That's what it means. It means the return, to come back to what once was the innocence, Glenn.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, there's been the blues, and from now on, and then addiction, and then like the way it is, and then the return. It's I'm back.
Yes.
All my titles of my albums mean, if you think about it, from now on, feel addiction the way it is.
And now
it's the return. If you think about it, no one ever asks me ever, but if you put them all together, they mean something.
From now on,
you never thought about that, right?
Yeah.
From now on,
that's great.
Feel addiction.
Yeah.
The way it is.
And now return. Yeah, great. It's still a very groovy album, but it's also very hard. Mm-hmm. Probably it's the hardest thing, the heaviest thing you've released in the past years.
Definitely.
Yeah. Was it made on purpose? Did it come spontaneously?
No, I did it on purpose. I wrote track by track.
Yeah.
This is what I want to open. This is the next song. I wanted it to be boom, 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 boom. If you listen to the first 6 or 7 songs, it's all they're in. They're like, this is a rock album. Yeah. After track 4, you're going, shit. Then Gone comes, boom. Then it's like, then another one, boom. It's all balls.
And so, how were the songs born? Did you write them all, or did they come from a working session with other people, other musicians?
Yeah. They did, and they came very quickly.
Yeah.
They were written. I wrote 4 songs in a day. One day. It was a good day. Then I wrote 2 or 3 songs another day. It was very, very quick.
Yeah.
Very, very quick.
Sounds very spontaneous.
Yeah, it's very spontaneous.
The greatest thing about it is that it sounds very 70s.
Mm-hmm.
That's still the feel of the 70s, and it still is modern. It sounds
definitely.
Yeah, and it's. I wonder if you did it on purpose. Or,
definitely did it on purpose.
Yeah, on purpose.
I wanted real organ. I wanted real, drums and a very 70s sounding bass, real big drums. And a real piano, not any really synthesizers. I wanted it to be real,
The Hammond.
A lot of Hammond.
So, what do you think? The Glenn Hughes lovers who liked more melodic stuff, like AOR, like the Phenomena Project, what do you think they would think of this album?
I don't know. Hopefully they'll like it. You see, I can't make music that isn't really me. I think in 1994, 93, From Now On sounded okay to me, but it doesn't really make me.
I think the musicians weren't right for you, probably, because.
Remember, I was living in Sweden. Record company was in Sweden. I was stuck in Sweden. I wanted to be in Sweden. I was dating a Swedish girl. I wanted to spend the summer there. I had nothing to do. They said, "Why don't you make a CD?" I went, I don't have any songs, and we sort of get together, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
But Phenomena in 1985 was okay.
Yeah.
Not in 2000. To me, I just don't want to sing those kind of songs anymore.
Yeah, that's good. One of the songs of the LP is called Out to J.
Jeff Beck.
Jeff Beck.
If you listen to the song, I wrote this thing, then I sang the note to Joachim, and he copied my and I said, aha, now I know the title. Ode to Jay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And another song is called The Other Side of Me.
Yeah.
So what's the other side of Glenn Hughes?
You know what the side of me is. It's the R&B, jazzy, funky guy.
And so you're a fan. And this is you've always said that you're more a funky guy rather than a rock guy.
I am the funkiest white man ever born.
Yeah, probably, yeah. But
Lenny Kravitz wished he had this
Yes, I know.
me.
I always thought so. And what about other bands like Red Hot Chili Peppers?
I love Red Hot. I like Flea.
Yes.
I love the guitar player.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, but
He came back from the dead. I like what they stand for. I like the energy. I like Anthony's energy. I like the Black Crowes. We're talking about white bands.
Yeah.
I like a band called from North Carolina who's broken up now called Dag. Good. 1989. Maybe later. I like Cry of Love, friend of mine, Audley Freed.
Mm-hmm.
That's really about it as far as white bands. The rest are like Stone Temple Pilots were okay.
Yeah. What about Faith No More?
Oh yeah.
Great.
That's a good band.
Yeah. And what about the fact that most of the critics say that these bands were pioneers in crossing over between hard rock and funk music, while Trapeze did that 20 years before them. You never get the credit about it.
If you listen to 1973, You Want the Music, 1972, that is a motherfucking album. Paul Rodgers has said, he said some great things about me, and I'm really happy, but I thought a lot of my work had gone unnoticed in the 70s, and it hadn't. A lot of people actually liked it. So, people say to me, well, how come you're not selling millions and millions of albums? Well, fuck, I've done that. If I was competing with myself, I'd be in deep trouble.
Yeah.
I know for a fact there's a well-known band that didn't sell many records on their last album, and they're all wanting to kill themselves because they're greedy.
Yeah.
If David Lee Roth, when he joins Van Halen again, it'll be a huge success. Huge. If it wasn't, he would kill himself.
Probably, yes.
He's mad, He's gone crazy.
There's great expectations about that.
I've had dinner with him a few times. He's mad.
We know it. So, what about Trapeze? Do you plan to work with them again?
I'd love to.
Yeah.
But I don't know the status of how Mel and Dave are playing. So I'm going to have to find out. There's been an offer from a record label to form the band again.
Mm-hmm.
It's down to me, and it's down to their performance levels. As a family, I'd love to do it, but I ain't doing this for them to look good.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because I think it might be important.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be important, so I probably won't do it. If I do it, it won't be for the money, because there won't be any money. It'll be because I want to.
Yeah. And in 1973, Trapeze was your band.
Oh, yeah.
You had an offer from Deep Purple to join them. Deep Purple was a best-selling band with lots of money. Was it an hard choice?
I had no choice.
No choice.
Trapeze had a manager and an agent and a record company that I thought was lacking. Immediately after I left Trapeze, Warner Brothers signed them, and they released a compilation with my name on it, and it went straight in the charts. What the fuck does that piss me off? But Deep Purple offered me exactly the same splits as John and Richie and Ian. The money was so amazing.
Yeah.
It was like one day I was poor, the next day I'm a fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? I was 21 and I was crazy.
Yeah. And you were never were not credited as an author on the Burn LP.
You know why?
Why?
I can talk about it now because I was signed to another publishing company.
Yeah.
And I hid the publishing. Don't print that.
Okay.
Somebody could come and kick my ass over that. Okay?
Still after all these years.
There's 9 songs on Burn. 8 have my name on a contract.
Yeah. So you get the royalties.
Mistreated, or I wrote Mistreated before Coverdale was even there. With Blackmore. I wrote that. Coverdale wasn't even in the band.
Yeah.
The first song I wrote with Blackmore was Mistreated.
Yeah.
If you listen to it, you can actually hear my influence.
Yes, and the bass.
You can hear me.
Even on Burn, you can hear the bass.
The whole riff of Burn, the da-da-da-dum, and the that's all my music, and that's a lot of my...
The riff, I knew it came from a Gershwin.
Definitely, but all the da-da-da-da, all this, and the, all that is me, and all that bridge is me, and Sail Away is my riff.
Yes,
I wrote that riff, it's like, a lot of that stuff is Glenn Hughes.
So you get a lot of, still the credit?
I get a lot of money for it.
Still? I heard the MP saying that Burn is actually the song that gives the Purple more credit, even more than Smoke on the Water.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
So...
Well, he played great on that track.
Yeah.
He's a maestro of drummers.
Yeah, surely is. So,
don't you think Deep Purple would be really good if I played bass and sang?
Yeah, probably, yeah, surely. So I like Deep Purple. Have you listened to their more stuff?
I haven't heard it. I don't listen to that kind of music. But Ian Gillan gave me the last album and it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's quite groovy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a working band. It's a hard working band.
Yeah. What about Ian Gillan? I know that about 10 years
great
ago...
lyricist. I mean, he's a hard-working guy.
Yeah.
He likes to drink. He likes to tour. He likes to shag ugly girls.
Ugly girls?
He likes to shag ugly girls.
Yeah.
You can print that if you like.
Yes, I surely will do it. I know that about 10 years ago, you met with him and you write some songs together.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I think we were both very fucking drunk. And I forgot what it was about.
So you don't have the tape about...
No. Ian and I, let's just say we are ships in the night. Ian Gillan is very much the singer of Deep Purple.
Yeah.
And that's okay with me.
You're happy about it. You were not invited to the Concerto for Group and Orchestra thing? No, never.
It will never happen. There are things that you don't know, the reasons why it will never happen. Let's just say...
I'd like to know the reasons why.
Let's just say that women have a lot to do with that.
I know something about John Lord.
That's right.
Yeah. Married your old girlfriend.
That's right. All I can say to you, one day, we have an apartment in... Actually, we were in Porto Ercole, up there, above Rome. They were up there, the twins, Ian and Jackie and Vicky.
Yeah.
And I was doing Play Me Out, and I was finished the vocals, and I came in the middle of the night. I walk in, and there's John Lord with my goddamn girlfriend in bed.
That surely was not good.
Here's the deal. We can laugh about it now.
Yeah.
And the thing is it was embarrassing for him. It was embarrassing for her. It damn near killed me. Yeah. It's okay now. Okay. I don't really...
You're gone over it. Yeah.
For me, it was devastating. I don't know what they were thinking. It was devastating for me. But the thing is that I'm glad it's over with. It's been over for years and years. It took about a year, and I was over it, and I wish them the best. But I guess John was kind of freaked out about it for 20 years. I saw him 2 years ago in Switzerland on a TV show. We bumped into each other on the TV, like, oh my God. We hugged each other, and it was like a little cry, and it was fine. It was totally fine. We gave each other's phone numbers to each other. It was fine. I know there's been a lot said about that. He's probably said shit about me. I don't really care. It's a long time ago.
Yeah. So, a few days ago, it was the anniversary of the California Jam.
Oh, God damn.
26 years ago.
Goddamn 6 years ago.
What do you remember about that?
I was as high as a kite. When I ripped my jacket off, I was high as a kite. It was a great showcase for me. The only thing I hated about it is that I was so insecure because I was so high. My hair was in my fucking face.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit embarrassed about that.
Yeah. And what about all the things that happened with Richie blowing up everything?
He locked himself in his trailer.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get it done. Of course, I would walk on the stage, hey, I'm back here, babe. I didn't care. I just wanted to play. Let's get going.
Yeah.
Did you notice the way I'm talking to the crowd? Yeah, 300. I didn't care. And Corbin was, oh man, look down. He was very nervous, but I didn't care. I just wanted to kick ass. I kicked ass.
How is your relationship with David now?
David?
Yeah, David.
Richard Burton.
Yeah. After all these years.
My God.
I know you worked on the Sleep of the Song LP. I've enjoyed your work.
That guy should win an Academy Award. Darling. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely, darling. When I was in SS Whitesnake, sailing the seven seas. What an arsehole.
I mean, about 10 years ago, you worked on the Sleep of the Tongue LP. Yeah.
He buried my voice. You can't hear it.
Yes, it's
He paid me. Now listen, David Coverdale's been very good with me. He paid me well. He treated me great. He was fantastic. And he never... You couldn't fucking hear me.
Yes, it's on which songs?
Fool for Your Lovin'.
Yeah.
Kitten's Got Claws. Slowpoke Music. And one more.
Sailing Ships, maybe?
No.
No.
Didn't sing on that one. I sang on the title track.
Slip of the Tongue.
Is there a song called Slip of the Song?
Yeah.
I sang on that. And there's a big harmony that...
Yeah.
And then...
it's impossible to...
But the producer wrote parts for me because... And they had me singing... It was fucking horrible.
Yeah. That was an horrible LP too.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
But he paid me very, very well.
And have you listened...
Let me tell you a funny story. One day, there was a note on the door. It says, "Don't enter, David." So, of course, I entered the room. If he says don't enter, I'm entering. And there he is, having oral sex with his girlfriend.
That was an act?
Yes, and I said, I'm sorry, old chap, would you like me to hold your cock?
Yeah. But it was a real rock star at the time.
Yes. Would you mind waiting outside? I said, no.
Yeah, that's
He spoke like that. He spoke like that to me. Glenn, darling, would you mind waiting outside? What the fuck is that?
So, was it hard to work with Richie Blackmore?
Impossible.
Impossible.
Impossible. On the third show, I think it was in Holland or somewhere in Paris, he walked over the side of the stage to my side and said, "If you come past the drums one more time, I'm going to hit you with my guitar."
Yeah.
And I started laughing, right? So I walk over there, he grabs the neck of my bass and starts shaking it like this. And the strings are flopping, and it went out of tune, and I went, oh, fuck. And for 6 months, I never went over. Then one night I went over there, and he ran at me with his guitar. He almost knocked me out with his guitar. Terrible.
And what about the Stormbringer sessions? You surely did not like the kind of music
No.
you were playing there.
I wrote that song, Hold On.
Yeah.
And
I know you didn't play it with a plectrum.
He played like this.
Yes, and
Dum, 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 and he did it right in front of me. I said, "Richie, can you play something like dum, 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 dum," and he went. Dum, 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 and he pissed me off. But you know, the guy's a genius, but he's gone crazy.
Surely.
Loco.
We know what he's doing now. Do you?
He's dressed up as the Black Adder, with little moustache D'Artagnan, drinking mead with his girlfriend Medieval.
Yes, sure.
Too many raspberry liqueurs.
And what about the other guys? John, Ian?
I don't know them. I don't know them anymore.
Yeah.
I never see them. When I see them, it's normally on a press thing, or they're very nice to me. Ian Gillan looked at me last time when I saw John Lord. He thought there was going to be a big fight, and I was like, I'm just a singer, baby. I mean, you know, the thing is that they're all very rich in their mansions and castles. I wouldn't want to be any of them for 1 second. Yeah. Their lives are so fucked up behind drugs and fucking wives that are fucking everybody and this and that. I'm telling you, it's like they gotta.
Yeah. Do you think they?
I have nothing to say. I'm not going to say to you, oh, those guys in Deep Purple are so nice and good. What have I got to lose? I'm never going to be in the group.
Yeah.
I'm going to kiss anybody's ass. I know that I can sing and play probably far better than any of those guys could today.
And what about if they invite you to do a farewell tour?
It's not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
It will never, ever happen.
Yeah.
If it happens, I don't understand. You know, I don't understand why.
Yeah.
It won't happen because of that reason. You know, so.
Yeah. What about Tommy? He was a dear friend.
He was a dear friend.
So was it hard when he died? Did you plan to work again together at the time?
We did, and we wrote a couple of songs, and I have it on tape. It's just that, you know, he just passed away, and it was like, boom, you know.
Yeah. And that goes to the drug habit. Yeah.
You can't stop drugs. It's like it's going to kill you. Yeah. You know.
During the 80s, you had a hard time.
Oh yeah, a really bad time.
Cocaine addiction. And was it hard to come over it, to stop?
Totally.
Yeah.
I had to like pray and ask God for help. You know.
Yeah. So you've done it now.
Oh, I'm totally. 9 years I haven't touched anything. Just bad coke.
Yeah.
Coke life.
You said that From Now On was okay at the time.
I like From Now On.
Probably it was the city of your rebirth.
Yes.
After the drug.
Definitely.
Yeah. So how much was important for you?
Important. It was very important. From Now On is a great album.
Yeah.
It's just not funky enough for me. You understand?
Yeah. So you always had this funky hard rock.
Come on.
You always had this funky hard rock schizophrenia.
Right.
Yeah. So, Phil is probably a bit more funky, addiction,
Definitely.
more hard
See,
rock.
the most important thing to me is
I've written for you,
okay, cool.
my band.
Funky music is my life.
Yeah. And
Look at that. I thought it was the Scorpions right there for a minute.
Oh, right, that's me.
Hello. How are you?
isn't it a bit?
Hey. How are you? Come sit down.
I don't mean frustrating, but
No.
a bit disappointing that you consider yourself a funky musician, and people always think of you as the former singer of Deep Purple, and they associate your name to the ones of Dead Poet and Gillan,
right,
rather than the ones of Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder.
Right.
Is it disappointing for you?
Nah, it's just when people say that, I know who I am, totally know who I am, and I'm okay with who I am.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm totally fine with the man that I am. You know, you ask that question to some other people in Deep Purple, they'll probably go, but you know, I'm okay with who I am.
Yeah.
You know, I have no animosity towards anybody in Deep Purple.
Yeah.
I'm just happy with who I am.
What about your collaborations with other people? Now you're working with Dario Mollo on the Italian Gillan.
That's a good album. It's finished. It comes in October.
And is it good? I know he's a deep Richie Blackmore fan. So was it?
Oh my God!
For you,
very much a Richie Blackmore fan. It was. You know, Dario is a typical. He's a typical hard rock lead guitar player who's very driven with his ideas. It just so happened that I heard what he was trying to do, and let's just say that it was a marriage that he liked. I heard something that I could write immediately, and that I knew he would like. I knew where he was coming from.
Yeah.
He was hoping that I would bring to the table something extra special, and of course I added a little bit more sauce. He liked it. So.
And what about the album you recorded a few years ago with Tony Iommi again? I have the bootleg and it's wonderful. It features wonderful songs.
Oh, that 8 Star?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
But why were they never be officially released? Is there a reason?
I don't know,
about that?
because it was like somebody bootlegged it, and I think it wasn't really finished anyway. It was an album that was like a demo. It wasn't really
a demo, surely. Yeah.
It wasn't finished. It was Tony wasn't really happy with the drums. The vocals were great. The vocals were fine. It was made in a very small studio. It wasn't a finished product.
Yeah.
We all knew it. I knew it.
Yeah.
It's just that we had some songs we'd written together. So, you know, Porno Man. Porno Man.
What about John Sykes? I know I've heard news.
John Sykes is a good friend of mine.
Yeah? Did you work together on some...
Tried to.
Tried to?
Yeah. He talks a lot.
Yeah?
I love John Sykes. He loves me. He talks, I listen, I want to play. He's still talking.
Yeah, okay. So you don't think you'll ever release something about that?
Let me just ask you this. When you see John Sykes again, if you ever see John, say, what about Glenn Hughes? He'll say, I love that guy.
He surely will. And what about Britton Abbott, the Nostradamus concept?
The guy's a genius. Nikolai Kotsov.
Really?
Is a genius. Genius. Symphony.
Yeah.
Genius. Great guitar player.
You like that kind of stuff?
AOR, big time. 80s. Not him, but the sound is very 80s.
Yeah?
Brilliant, but very 80s.
Yeah.
Of course, I sang like a god. Like a Viking on the front of a boat. But you know, it's very 80s.
Yeah.
He gave me this piece of music that was so dramatically 80s that I put on this big voice, that big voice, and he loved it.
So, since we were talking about the 80s, during the 80s you worked on a few projects like Phenomena, the Hughes album, the Black Sabbath album. Which ones are the one you feel they're more satisfying?
Hughes Thrall.
Hughes Thrall.
Black Sabbath.
You like the Black Sabbath
Yes,
album?
I love the Black Sabbath album.
I know you said something about...
I hate the Black Sabbath tour.
Yeah.
Love the Black Sabbath album.
Yeah.
The tour was it was like a fucking mountain climber falling off a mountain. It was horrible. My voice. God said, "You're not singing that devil shit."
You said something about James Brown sings Metallica.
It sounds like there's a bitter inside. It sounded like that, you know. And it was like James Brown singing Metallica.
You even worked with the techno band KLF, electronic band. Was it good?
Fantastic. I thought it was brilliant. Porno Man. I'm looking at Porno Man. That's me. Porno Man.
Okay, during all these years you worked on many rock classics, on tributes, you played with Mark Bonilla, Why the Shadow
Yes,
Fell.
that was great.
So is there a classic you haven't played yet and you would like to?
Yes, and a song that comes to mind is... Huh? Oh, that's a good one. There's a good one coming called... There's a new project I've got coming out.
Yeah?
Yeah. With Manfred Ehlers in Switzerland. It's very strong. It's very, it's pop.
Yeah.
Very pop. A classic song? geez, hey, how are you? A classic song. Yeah, Fire and Rain by Carole King. James Taylor.
Yeah.
I can sing that one wonderfully.
You should. I always thought you should sing a song like When a Man Loves a Woman.
Yeah, but Michael Bolton covered that.
Yeah.
But I feel fire, I feel rain.
Usually would do
How about you
something.
sing that full goddamn?
And you always said that you don't. In the past years, when we were touring, you said, this is the last tour I'm going to play the Purple song. In this tour, I won't anymore. And
I know, it's disgusting, isn't it? You know what it is? It's the security of knowing those songs will go down well.
yeah.
And it's the insecurity of knowing that half the audience have not bought my new album.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. So what I have to do on this next tour is play at least 5 songs from this album.
Yeah.
I'm going to try.
Usually will work.
I'm going to try.
So, what about the next tour? Will you come to Italy finally after?
It is my strongest desire to play here. I've got the contacts now for promoters in Italy, and we're going to make the connections in the next month.
Yeah.
October we're touring Europe. We hope to be here.
Yeah. That would surely be great. We never had the chance to see Glenn Hughes live or in Italy. And what about the scene of the 70s and the one of today? You said that in the 70s there were many good bands that didn't get any credit. What are the main differences?
Well, in the 70s it was all pure and real and live, you know.
Yeah.
And now it's all fake. It's all people that can't really play their instruments. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's no real musicianship unless you get the bands like Dream Theater, I guess, or bands like that are interesting. If you like progressive rock, it's not my cup of tea, but I like funk.
Yes, we know. What should we expect from Glenn Hughes of tomorrow?
Honestly, I haven't got a clue.
That's good.
The truth is that I've already recorded a jazz R&B album coming next year.
Yeah.
And that will, make me happy. So there's going to be two blends. There's rock and there's going to be R&B and jazz, but not together anymore. It's going to be both, either side, not mix it. I'm going to do it that way.
And so. Yes, I think we're done.
Yeah, great. It's a great interview, man. It was really great.
Yeah, thank you.
You got an exclusive.
Yeah.
A girlfriend of mine that said to me,
Who is it?
if you bring to me Glenn Hughes photos with signature, I will make love to you.
All right. What's the name?
Not Marcella. No. He's a porno man. My name is Porno Man.
Marcella.
M-I-R-C-E-L-L-E. Marcella.
A.
Yes.
Okay.
Girlfriend.
Go for it.
Oh.
Cool.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you, perfect. I hope.
Do a bit for me.
Sure, man. What's your name again?
Daniele.
Daniele. Hey, what's up?
That's also good.
G-A-N-I-E-L-E. Oh, cool.
Grazie.
Thank you, Danielle. It was a great interview, man.
Thank you to you.
God, I'm tired. Fuck, I'm beat up.
Only 2 more.
Really?
Really short.
Woo!